Nia Long does not seem like the type of woman that's with the BS.
Right.
She seemed like somebody that'll yoke you up somewhere.
But this is on the outside.
On the outside.
And,
correct.
And you know what? And I think some of these perceptions that we have is based on characters they've played in movies.
When I
That
say
is
you
true. That is
you
true.
walked in there and took them words right out.
That is true, but just given how she shows herself in her relationship, like with Lorenz Tate, their friendship, or some of the other people that we kind of get that small glimpse, she seems like a woman that does have healthy boundaries, and the sources are telling us, the viewers, that she had no idea. She had no idea, and the league knew 2 to 3 months prior.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
had
saw
already
that.
reprimanded him,
Oh,
but they hadn't like suspended him.
I can't believe they reprimanded him.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't do that. It's a subordinate in the league. It'd be different if it was just a mistress out in the world.
Oh, that's right. But she was,
worked
okay, that's
for
right. The Celtics.
the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome back to session 119. Beauty only gets you so far. Today's mood music is brought to you by the beautiful Whitney Houston, and it is entitled "It's Not Right, But It's Okay."
I used to like that song. Well, I still like it.
Anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we
We
get
had
to
to get our jam on. So there's not a definition for this. I mean, I think everybody will understand what we're talking about in light of what's going on in the news with just about everybody.
okay, man, hold up.
Yes. So I'm just going to go straight to the question. Do beautiful people have satisfying relationships?
I think they can.
Okay.
I think they can be complicated by a lot of factors, but I think they can.
Okay.
I agree with that. I think oftentimes, though, there is this assumption that just because you look a certain way, everything is perfect and it just falls into place. And that's not the case. What we're learning this week, or these weeks.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
September.
Has been the month of getting caught. Man, I think cheaters should probably come back.
No,
And
it is back.
It is. Oh,
With
that's
Debbie
probably why
Roman.
that's probably why people get caught.
Yes.
Yeah, September and October are going to be rough months for the cheaters.
Yes. So I agree with both of you ladies. I believe that they can have satisfying relationships with people who really was interested in them. If they are only interested in the beauty, that fades away. That
Yes.
attraction fades away.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
You know, beauty fades. 100% agree with that. But I also think that you can go through things,
Yes.
and those can make you not as beautiful as you once were.
Also, I think people that date individuals that are solely for their beauty, it's an ego boost to them.
Yep.
And so we know that boosting your ego is almost like taking drugs. You're always going to need something else and something else and something else. Hence the cheating.
I agree.
And there's an intimidation factor. You know, I've seen a lot of documentaries or, you know, videos on YouTube and things with people that are very attractive, and people that have dated super attractive people. There's an intimidation factor that comes along with. So I do think that there are some struggles that uber attractive people have in their relationships. You know, they can find it difficult to relate to other people because, you know, they kind of walk in a world where the average person doesn't really have a chance to walk in. You know, some of the things that they get, or some of the freebies, some of the
Just the lifestyle.
the lifestyle. But people also believe that they also have access to them all the time, that they're, you know,
Yeah.
you can touch them, you can, that they are not, even though you're intimidated by their beauty, but they're also not as important. Like it's this weird kind of paradoxical place to be. So I think those are some of the things, like I was saying, that can complicate their relationships.
It reminds me of last month's MMB when we were talking about Crazy Rich Asian, and we were talking about the character Astrid and her husband Michael, and how he felt inferior in their relationship. And in all actuality, it was more to do with him, what was going on within him. Yes, she does come from this money. Yes, she is very beautiful. Yes, she is kind and all these other kind of things. But she wanted to share all of that with you. But instead of you being able to understand that,
Yeah,
I agree, because that's one of the things that I was getting ready to say about the complications is the insecurity of the other person.
yeah,
Whether or not you're an attractive person or not, maybe that level of attractive. You know, you have the insecurity of like, why did you choose me? Like out of all of the people, you could have chosen another beautiful person, but you chose me.
it makes sense.
And I can see that getting in the way. And the thing about it is, I can see that getting in the way, and that person being the one that's cheating.
of course, because I got to boost my ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you look at the various celebrities that are dealing with this, you know, the more recent ones being Ned from the Tried Out Guys, you have Halle Berry, you have Nia Long,
Yeah.
and that crazy situation.
Yes.
Multiple situations.
Yeah.
You have Beyonce, you got Cardi B, you have all these people who have beauty, riches, fame, all these things. And the reality is it's not ever going to be enough. The other one that popped up in my head is Janet Jackson with Jermaine Dupri.
Yes.
I want to say,
Because you know they'd be like, how you fumbled a bag, sir? That bag.
right. Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just interesting to me of all of the assumptions that people make when you see a beautiful person in a relationship, like the other person is the luckiest person on earth. You know,
Might not be.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. They may not be.
Because you don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know, a person's face is just their face.
And or body shape.
And or body shape. 100% agree. That's all it is. It's not more than that.
It's just
you
a
know,
vessel.
and you don't know when they go home if they are the ones that think of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. You don't know if that when this person goes home, if this beautiful person is actually the one that is the unhealthy,
beat
toxic.
up.
Yes. You don't know if they're actually the unhealthy, toxic person. Now, you know, in that case, they're both attractive people.
Well, society says
based
so.
off
Based
Hollywood
off
standards.
Yes.
So let's
I'm
say-
just upset about it. You know,
Okay.
she did my man Johnny wrong.
She did.
Yeah.
But you have no idea. You know, we only see a snippet of these individuals' lives, and we only see a snippet of a snippet.
Yes.
So we don't know
And
that
we only see what they want us to see, but of
That
that
part.
snippet.
Curated.
very carefully curated. So you have no idea if the attractive person is the person that is abusive, or if they take advantage of their partner, if they are manipulative. You have no clue on if they're the ones that are saying all of the undercutting things or pushing their partner away. You know, we just don't know. They're going to be experiencing a lot of the same exact issues that the average person is going to be going through.
So you definitely have to make sure when you're choosing a partner, it goes beyond beauty. Like when you're choosing a partner, you can be attracted to anything. It doesn't have to just be physical appearance.
Yeah.
It can be the way they are able to encourage you or motivate you or hold a conversation or
Yes.
stimulate your mind. You know, it's other things to look for in a relationship beyond beauty. So if that's what you're looking for only, then you're gonna be doomed to a possible unhealthy relationship.
I would say it'd be shallow,
Yeah.
which a lot of people believe that very attractive people are shallow. But if you're only going after somebody because they look good, then you're going to have a shallow relationship.
So if the beautiful person is shallow and you shallow, you just got two shallow, unhealthy people.
I mean, do we even have anything to dive into? It's that shallow.
Right.
Well,
can't
they
even-
are going
you
to
can't
dive
even
into
dip
some
your toe.
things,
Yes.
They gonna put
but it ain't got to do with
I'm
your
about
intellect.
to dive in.
Choreography now, y'all.
Okay.
What are y'all's thoughts on all of these celebrities that have come out in the last, few weeks? Those 3 that have come out the last few weeks, because it was a shock. It was a big blow to, I imagine, their partners, but of course to the community, just because of the way they portray themselves. You just would have never thought that this would happen to these 3 couples.
Well, I would say with Nia Long, I can't imagine the pain she's going through because she's so private.
Embarrassment.
Like the embarrassment, because she from what I didn't even realize Nia Long was in a 10-year long relationship. I forgot she had children.
Because isn't the last child with him?
I think
correct?
so, yeah.
So you got this long relationship. Y'all been engaged for a while. And I feel like that's a sign right there. Like, what is keeping y'all from going ahead? Because y'all both are successful from the outside. This is outside perspective.
Right.
Y'all are both successful. You appear to both have your own money. Y'all have had a child together, if that is his child. And y'all just seem to be going well. And Nia Long does not seem like the type of woman that's with the BS.
Right.
She seemed like somebody that'll yoke you up somewhere.
But this is on the outside.
On the outside.
And,
correct.
And you know what? And I think some of these perceptions that we have is based on characters they played in movies.
When I
That
say
is
you
true. That is
you
true.
walked in there and took them words right out.
That is true, but just given how she shows herself in her relationship, like with Lorenz Tate, their friendship, or some of the other people that we kind of get that small glimpse, she seems like a woman that does have healthy boundaries, and the sources are telling us, the viewers, that she had no idea. She had no idea, and the league knew 2 to 3 months prior.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
had
saw
already
that.
reprimanded him,
Oh,
but they hadn't suspended him.
I can't believe they reprimanded him.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
because
some-
you can't do that. It's a subordinate in the league. It'd be different if it was just a mistress out in the
Oh,
world.
that's right, but she was-
worked
okay, that's
for
The Celtics.
the Celtics.
Yeah. That's a.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That breaks my heart for her, because I don't wish that on anybody. Because if you've ever been cheated on, and to the betrayal that you feel,
Yes.
oh God, that's just
It's rough.
Well, you have, so for her, you've got a couple of layers that you're dealing with. You're
Yeah.
already dealing with my partner, betraying me and violating our relationship in this way. But now it's on such a public platform, the internet, for the world, or anybody who knows who I am, or anyone that knows who he is,
In multiple industries.
in multiple industries, to comment, to ridicule, to have expectations, to, push and question and try to get deeper into our business. Like, it's just, there's no privacy.
she doesn't have time to process it
No.
and
And protect my child.
Yes.
children. She has
Children.
two.
Yeah,
And protect
because
my
you know
children.
that other one probably super protective now.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing about it is, she doesn't get to make her own decision. Let me take that back. She does. She gets to make her own decision, but she can't make whatever decision without it being public. And because say she decides to reconcile with him,
Well, that was kind of the situation Cardi B got into.
and Beyonce.
And Beyonce, that you decided to reconcile. As if you know the research, most couples reconcile after the first incident of cheating. Most, I would say, I think it's like 60 or 70% reconcile. But you have to deal with the backlash of that too.
Yeah.
Of the, oh my God, girl, I can't believe you. I thought you was.
Which you can't say that. I used to, and I will be truthful. I used to be one of those people who said, "Oh no, you cheat, I'm out." Until I got married. When I got married, and as much as I love my husband, now this is not a freebie,
Right.
but
No chocolate drop. This is
right,
not a freebie.
this is not a freebie. But as much as I love him, and we don't even have children together yet, it would be hard for me to walk away.
Of course.
Because we've created, and it's not because of the love, we've created a life too. It is because of the love, but in addition to, we've created a life together.
It's hard to untangle your life from somebody, especially when you still have emotions, regardless of the new emotions that have come up, like anger, the betrayal, you still have all of these other things that are connected to that. You know, that's one reason why anytime I've had someone close to me or a friend go through that, I'm always like, hey, I got your back. Whatever you decide,
Same here.
I'm going to support you, but I'm not in your shoes. I'll help you walk through it. Okay, what's the pros and cons? You want to choke him? You want to smack him?
Right.
You want to smack her? Well, you don't, unless it's
For fun,
for
gender.
sexy time, for fun,
or same gender.
But you get what you get what I'm saying though. Like, you really have to sit up, and if you are the friends, you have to be a source of support. Don't interject yourself into their lives. Just
Don't
be
badmouth
because
either.
They have enough of that right now.
Yes, and
Agreed.
don't badmouth either party, because if
No.
your friend decides to reconcile that relationship,
Absolutely.
it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because now
Oh,
she
yeah.
knows or he knows how you actually feel about their spouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
just and I think that's one of the reasons why, even because when I just recently got married, so I've been single a long time, so all of my friends were married, and I believe that was one of the reasons why a lot of my friends' husbands liked that they hung around. They didn't care that I was single, because I was neutral. I didn't take nobody's side. I told her if she was wrong, I told him if he was wrong.
Yeah. But it's not going to get better if you choosing sides. And
Right.
sometimes you have to tell your friends, you the problem.
Right.
And it is what it
Boy.
is. It's okay to be the problem as long as you're working towards a solution together.
Yep.
In these situations, that we're talking about in this session, I feel like, based off what we know, the opportunity to choose to work on and choose to change or have a conversation was taken from a lot of these people.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I'm learning about this when you're learning about it.
Right. So we don't have no time to process. And the thing about it is, when you have people in your ear or you read and stuff like that, it can make you feel things that you wouldn't have felt if you had the alone time to process it.
That part.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's important to be able to take time away
Yeah.
to really figure out what it is that you want, and not
Definitely.
be influenced by, now in this case, be influenced by the masses.
Yeah.
Because you've got the masses and your private people.
Right.
Yeah.
So you probably need to unplug from the masses.
And that appears to be what each of these cheated on individuals is doing, as well as the individuals who did the cheating. I really haven't seen anything from any of these recent folks. It is sad. It is very sad, especially because in all these situations they knew they also had a wife.
Yeah.
And that's
And
not
that's
to put
the-
no blame on the side piece of the mistress. She shares responsibility, but the fault lies with the person that committed
Is
to
in the
the other
relationship.
person.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. But it would be
I was waiting on it. I was like,
Yes.
I was like, please don't say but. Please don't say but.
because I'm trying to get my correct words right, because that mistress, you motherfucker, you knew that these motherfuckers was married.
Yeah.
Oh, we got real today.
We're not editing that out. We're
Because
saying,
I love it.
Because I can't, that's that, man, I cannot, that's a cheater. Like,
because it's a myriad of emotions that are included in cheating. The
Yes.
betrayal.
Well, and we've said this before in previous sessions, it really does change you. It changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you see the world, how you fit in the world.
Yeah.
It changes your idea about relationships. It really makes you question
Yes.
you, and sometimes question your sanity.
right. And as beautiful as these people are,
Yes.
they questioning themselves.
Well, why
'Cause
was
they
I
see
not
you-
enough?
Exactly.
Why was you got the song, you keep on messing up, you gonna lose your wife. I'm paraphrasing the song, obviously. You got songs that Cardi B done put out. There's so many songs out
Yeah.
there that embody what that person goes through, because it is destructive to your partner. It's destructive to the marriage or the relationship, and then it's also destructive to the children.
Yes.
Like, what are you
Yes.
teaching them now that they know that this is okay for daddy to do or mommy to do?
Right.
And it's going to be out there forever.
Yeah.
And for Neil Long, I don't know if the oldest one is his.
No.
I can't imagine the anger And the reason why I say that is because I have spoken to people who were the stepchild, and it makes them even more angry because it's like, you didn't have to do my mama like that.
Well, it's a double betrayal because you betrayed my mama. Now I'm grown and I'm not okay with that, but you also betrayed me because I accepted you as my dad,
exactly,
or my mom. So it's just it's so much wrapped up in that.
So I think one of the big things to remember is that all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah.
You think something. That's why I hate the whole relationship goals, couple goals things, because that's not real. You have no idea the secrets, the issues that's going on in people's lives. So you see a picture on Instagram or something on Facebook, and you think that you understand what's going on in these people's lives, and you have no idea that it's fool's gold.
And I'm going to say one more angry statement to these mistresses.
Now I'm talking to the side pieces.
Yes. Because my thing is, now, you chose violence. So if Nia Long come knocking on your door and she commits to beating that ass, you better take it because you sleeping with her dude.
I hear you.
Whatever.
We do not condone violence on this
You
show.
chose violence today.
I heard you.
Female dogs is.
My thought is about that. While I do agree that with what you're saying, that the side person shares in the blame. I think for me, I will always blame and divert my energy to the affair partner. Now
I will. Because Rodney ain't famous, so don't nobody know you. So I will commit to you.
If the person comes to me, like the girl.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you coming at me, then we have a different issue,
but
right?
See,
if you not being in it, okay. So now this is not about.
It's multiple other things going on.
Right now, it's not. It's no longer just you and I got an issue.
Especially if I know I'm married, I'm coming to you, and so what happened? Did you think we divorced? Is that what you thought? And now if you start, now I ain't gonna first off go laying hands. I'm going. I know, but still, I gotta tell.
No, did you hear the angle?
I start stuttering. But I ain't gonna start off beating that ass. But I'm gonna start asking you questions. You start popping off at the mouth, then I'm gonna knock all your damn teeth out.
That I agree with.
No, yes, I agree with all.
Now that I agree with.
I agree with that.
See?
That's not how it sounded at first.
Now, for me personally, I know how I am. It's going to be one or two things that are going to happen. Either I'm going to let the anger come out. It's going to get the best of me, and I'm going to dog walk my husband or my significant other. I don't feel I will ever go reach out to the other person unless they are attacking me because I know me. And the level of rage that the quiet people have is not a good thing. So I try to keep her contained. But if she is, let's do it. It's on site.
Let's do it.
The other way that hopefully my higher self will be able to do is he gonna go to work, and when he come home, there's nothing left. That's the type of person I am. You made your decision, and I ain't gonna be able to live with it.
That would be nice.
That's if I don't want to try to reconcile. If I'm a person, if I'm at a state of mind where I'm like, no, I'm not reconciling, I will pack all of this up and it will be in a storage and I will be at somebody else's house because I know me.
Yeah.
That's why I tell my husband, don't choose violence, sir.
I like both. I like both of these strategies.
Don't choose violence because, I feel like God has delivered me from the spirit of slap.
As much as in you is, remain peaceful. And as my mama say, it ain't that much in me.
I try to stay delivered from the spirit of slap. I try to, but
call me.
Then
you don't have to do it.
Call all of us.
There you go. You ain't got to do it then.
Your boy gonna call you. Hey, come get your girl because she about to go kill.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Derek, go call because LaFaya and I about to be in jail. Right. Michelle, call Judy.
Yeah, because clearly we all gonna be there. I'm gonna send
everybody
out
got an
the
assignment.
messages at the same time. You know how I am. I'll sit it on the timer and it'll send out right when we about to start. Okay.
Everybody got an assignment.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Man, But ultimately, be careful out here, folks.
Yes.
That's the whole point of all of this.
Yeah.
Be open, communicative, be truthful with what you want. If you are no longer satisfied in your relationship, be honest with your partner. Do not leave them in the dark. There is no excuse for cheating. You have a choice every second up until you have that first conversation all the way through sleeping with that person. Yeah. So there are reasons behind cheating, but there are not excuses behind cheating.
Yeah.
So y'all know how we do. We always end off with a quote. And this one's anonymous. The worst kind of hurt is betrayal because it means someone was willing to hurt you just to make themselves feel better.